And sometimes sharing things can be hard. People with siblings might know that, but it can also be hard for strangers to share things. Users of the car sharing service Evo might experience this from time to time. Occasionally, Evos are parked in maybe private property where the other users can't find them. And this past weekend, an Evo car was left blocking the entrance to a busy parking lot in Vancouver's West End. For more on this and proper Evo etiquette, we're joined by Senior Manager of Business Operations, Dave Wharf. Hello, Dave.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. So everybody was a little bit of buzz about this West End incident where seemingly a driver abandoned a car in a location that blocked the entrance to a parking lot. So what do you know about this incident?
Well, I saw it as well too online, and we were able to investigate, who left that vehicle, and we had the car towed. And in a situation like that, what we do is we will then reach out to that member. They get quite a big fine. They get a $300 fine for improper parking, along with the cost of the towing,
Hmm.
and a little education session as well too from one of our service representatives. So. Yeah, not a great way to start our week, I'm afraid.
No, but I mean, how common is something like that? I mean, was that just a case of incredible frustration or an emergency situation?
I don't know why the member decided to do that. Maybe they were having an off day. Maybe they didn't
Okay.
understand where they were parking. Maybe they were in a rush. We're not sure. But I think most of the time we have our members following the rules the way that they should, and so it's a rare occurrence, but we do see it quite a bit on social media and things like that.
Fair enough. I think on social media a few weeks ago, a user on Reddit posted a video of what they did claim to be an Evo parked on the sands of Jericho Beach. Are you aware of this incident or,
Yeah,
or
we
what
saw that one
happened?
too. Yeah. Again, what we do is we can then investigate. We have telematics in all our vehicles, so we know who's driven it there. We reach out to that member, and then we will send a little reminder with a small fine
Okay.
to hopefully remind them to not do that again.
Well, and I'm a very frequent Evo user, and that's something that's always in the back of my mind is that, if I did do anything, it's who drove the car at any time. It's not hard to figure out, when or who's left it somewhere. Are there other strange places that people have left their vehicles?
Yeah, we've had them all over the place. A lot of times people will take them out of our home zone
Sure.
during the summer, and they'll end up on a road that maybe they shouldn't be driving one of our cars on, like a logging road. We've seen them unfortunately, on train tracks as well too,
Oh,
uh, and bike paths. But for the most part, considering we've got over 100,000 members and we've got thousands and thousands of trips a day, the majority of our members park them in the right place.
okay. Uh, Part of the rules, Evo states vehicles should be parked in designated areas. You're very clear about this. Can you remind us where those are for people that perhaps, they're a little foggy on the details?
Yeah, this kind of does my head in sometimes because you can park virtually anywhere within the road.
It's
So
true.
we have tons of off-street parking that is listed in our app that members can see. They're all signed and wayfined, so they're pretty easy to spot. In the city of Vancouver and in Victoria as well, you can park it at any parking meter that you want, as long as it doesn't have a time limit on it. You can park in 2-hour parking, and in any residential area as well too, in front of a house. So
All right.
it almost takes more work to put it somewhere that it shouldn't be.
It's harder to find a place you can't park, but occasionally we have seen people park their Evos perhaps behind a private parking or in a private parking lot that you can only get to if you can open the gate by a fob. Are there fines for this, or do you just sort of let this go occasionally?
No, we don't let those things go. That one's probably one of the most frustrating pieces when you've got a vehicle that's available and
Mm,
you've reserved it. You've walked. Maybe it's raining and you find it and you see that it's behind a gate that somebody's kind of reserved for themselves without doing it properly. In those cases, as long as that person that finds himself in that situation gives us a call, we're able to again see who's put that vehicle there, follow up with them and find them.
Dave, thank you so much for joining us today. Much appreciated.